Round 1. Unfortunately, we have a terrible hand. Let us mull it. Something better? Well, that's not really much better, is it? I mean, what are we hoping for? I really don't want to go to 5. We do have 2 hits at a land. I mean, with 2 lands, this hand is good. I think the upside is that it's sufficient that 2 lands makes this hand just actively very good. We have to keep. Like, going to 5 is just bad here. Let's keep. There we go. Let's put that on top. I never particularly enjoy keeping hands like this, obviously. But going to 5 is just... I don't know. I'm not a big fan of going to 5. I heard a Reed Duke video recently talk about how loath he is to go to 5, and I agree with the Reedster. And we could just be dead to that soon, unless we draw Tamiyo's Journal. Okay. Well, let's rip a land here. Preferably a swamp, but I'll take anything. Well, we see where our red-blue cards went. Conduit of Storms. We're probably just dead that we don't hit a land, because he can get our 5-drop. Yeah, well, there's the downside of playing tap lands. I was thinking that would be a kind of kick in the face. Alas, it is. Okay, opponent bings us. Assume we want our turn aside if we're playing a blue-red spells deck. As one imagines they have a lot of blue-red spells. Yeah, then we might just be dead here if he plays a Vildenpack Outcast or whatever it is called. I mean, if we draw a land, we can Brute next turn, we could Abundant Maw. Sorry, we could Enlighten Maniac and assume we draw Abundant Maw, which seems perhaps unlikely. I think we probably... Well, we can't just Liliana's Elite. So we're going to drag under if we didn't draw a land. Hopefully we draw... Oh, that's fine. Hopefully we draw a land that can just Brute. There we go, that's pretty good. Let's Brute. Okay, we're not dead yet. Opponent pings. We Brute away some creatures, maybe? Yeah, Abundant Maw's not a bad one to Brute away. With a Grizzled Angler in hand. So let's see what opponent does here. I assume we're going to... Well, we're definitely blocking the Conduit of Storms if he attacks. We're going to be taking a bit of damage here. Well, if he uses a trick, that's fine by me. I'll presumably take his turn. Like Borrowed Hostility, you would take his turn here. And we're significantly behind, so we need to bait shit out. So let's have a look what it is. Otherworldly Outburst. I suppose that's kind of okay here. Makes turn aside a little worse for the sideboard. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. So the Liliana's Elite's currently a 3/3. Might just have to play Enlightened Maniac here. It doesn't really block anything, does it? I think I'm going to go Angler Aristocrat. It means we're taking 6. Like, I have to get something on the board here, and Angler actually turns into a 4/5. So it is a big game. I think we're just too far behind, though, to have a chance in this game, which is unfortunate. Because had we not mauled, had we hit a few more cards on curve. Well, opponent's been stuck on lands anyway, so maybe that's not true. Opponent's had a good draw. We've had a kind of slow draw. I think we're probably just dead anyway. Just a turn too slow here. Because we're going to be taking 6, going down to 5. Opponent can ping us to 4, 3 with a spell. We're going to have to bank pretty hard down this Indulgent Aristocrat. Okay, I'll change my mind. I'm just going to chum with the Aristocrat. The Grizzled Angler, we need it to flip. That's the only way we're going to win this game, by having a 4/5 on blocks. I mean, you might have Savage Alliance or something to just wreck us here anyway. But we couldn't take all the damage there, and we just can't sacrifice the Angler value. Liliana's Elite comes out next turn as a 4/4, unless he has a counter spell, which is eminently possible, especially as he's left up all his mana and only just hit his land drop. But we're in a pretty bad position. We can't play around a counter spell. I think we play Enlightened Maniac. I mean, it's not as big as Liliana's Elite here. Well, I suppose it's exactly as big as Liliana's Elite. But assuming it gets countered, or something bad happens, then we do get an extra trigger for Liliana's Elite once you got end of turn. Fortune's Favour or some shiz. I mean, he has something here. Let's just see what it is. There we go. I was right. And help us see what he's got in his deck for game 2 anyway. Pyrehound and land. So I'm just going to Pyrehound in the top pile and see what he takes. I'm pretty sure he'll take the 3 lands here. Not even sure that's the right play. It just seems fun to me. I always try and get him with this. I'm not really interested in the EV positive play. I just like getting them. I've probably gone Pyrehound land versus land there and still got him. But this way I feel special. Like, giving him lands isn't even good. He's got spells in hand that obviously cost more than 3. So we're going to have to win this game at some point. We don't have many ways to get rid of the Alchemist, which is going to be lethal here if he Fiery Tempers us in the face. Which he's thinking of. So he's got 2 lands, 3 unknowns in hand. Reduce to ashes on this guy. Yep. Well, we may as well put it there. We've got Liliana's Elite in hand. Okay, so we definitely bring in turn aside. Now we have to make bad blocks here. The Scourge is probably the one we have to block. So we're down to 1. Don't know if we have any way of murder. Oh, I don't think we have much good removal here, or any removal actually for that instance. Sorin, but we need a land. I mean, it's probably the thing we have to get rid of, unfortunately. And then draw something which I've forgotten what is. I imagine we've got 1 out. Have we got 1 out? No. Okay, well, I think we're just a little too slow getting out of the block there. That 3rd land coming in tapped costs us the game, I think. Yeah, there is the downside to the old tap land. So turn aside's good here. Very good against an opponent like this. Don't think Signs Observer is where we want to be. It's not really going to well, it does stop most of his things, actually, the 1-5. Still don't think it's necessarily where we want to. Okay, we can get on Dust Feaster. I think we win this game with the creatures we have out as long as we have an aggressive start. Yeah, I like Silence Observer here. We're getting in with the Haunters, leaving back the Observer to block. Okay. What removal do we have again out of interest? Ruthless Disposal, that would have been a nice little out. Ish. No, still wouldn't have won it. Yeah, not much. I suppose Sorin's the main one. Okay, let's go to game 2 and see if we can get a better draw. Chronify is a better draw for me, guys. So we have got some 2-drops. I think I'm going to take the risk that we don't draw a 2-drop and play the untapped source first to get down Aristocrat. Put it mulls to 6. This feels bad. Bamboo feels bad. Put it mulls to 5. Okay, that feels a lot worse than what I was doing. Put it mulls to 4. I'm going to send him in a sad face because that sucks. Of course, he could still win. His deck looked pretty good. Get that Aristocrat out there. Well, seeing his opponent's gone to 4, we just want to get creature on the board and attack with him now. Of which Aristocrat is 1. Struth. So Struth is a word I don't know what it means, but I say it a lot. I assume it means that's unfortunate, mate. I mean, we've probably won this one. Let's just be honest with each other here. I think the win rate for winning to mulling to 4 is about, well, it's certainly less than 10%, perhaps probably a lot lower. Second mull to 4, 2 to 5. I thought my mull to 6 was unlucky. Well, Can be quite salty online, but it's never fun to mull to 4. It's never fun to play against someone who's mulled to 4. Let's just end the game quickly, hopefully. That's a good draw. Oh, he's got it, he's got it! Dual shot. Well, that game could last longer, so dual shot's an interesting one. He didn't see a single Tattered Haunter, but right, he's just dead here. So we need to be careful running out the Liliana's Elite. We need to think about whether we want to play the Tattered Haunters or not. Oh, he says land. Good, good. He's going to make game of it. Well, I think we're probably going to play Sorin on curve, which will end that. So dual shot changes things a lot in the way we're thinking. Because dual shot just completely wrecks us. It's good to see. Fevered Visions. I like opponent's style. I also love Fevered Visions, one of my favourite cards from this particular block set. It's not going to help him here, but it's fun. Opponent's deck looks fun, if nothing else. Here it just helps us, if I'm honest. He's got all the cards he could ever want. 2, 6, 7. There's literally no point showing him Sorin. I actually think showing him Sorin is just decidedly negative EV here. Let's just leave up turn aside. I mean, we'll probably win the game with Sorin, but, well, I mean, we'll win the game anyway. Let's just hide our mythic rare Planeswalker. Seems good to me. If you hear his wrath, then we can bust out the Sorinator. From multiple opponents made pretty good plans. If he hadn't have missed his turn 2 land drop, he would be in decent shape. Unfortunately, like us missing effectively our turn 3 land drop game 1, that just cost him the game. We had a quick start, he wasn't coming back from that. I'd be interested to see some more of his cards, if he's got anything else that punishes 1 toughness creatures. I mean, if he's playing red-blue spells, red has a lot of things that play. If he's playing Dual Shot and he's playing Otherworldly Outburst, I mean, he's certainly playing stuff like Make Mischief, which wrecks us. There's some other stuff as well. I can't remember. There's one more thing. Oh, that's in black. Weaver of Lightning would wreck us. I think we have to take out at least one of the Tattered Haunters, if not both. Let's see his opponent speaking. Or is he gotten to hear his wrath? Is he thinking? Who knows? We're probably probably okay though. I mean, just remembering to hear his wrath is sort of countered quite drastically by turn aside. Sure, I'm just going to block it. Use the trick to kill Ingenious Scab, he'll lose. Short Borrowed Hostility. Borrowed Hostility into Uncaged Fury is kind of what we're scared of here. Take 3, update. Swing for the fences unless he concedes. Right, well, I'll choose swing for the fences. Is he going to chill and grasp us here? I assume that's the play if he's playing on. Beginning of combat, opponent's thinking. So game 3, do we play more turn asides and leave in the Tattered Haunters and just risk it? It does seem very risky. Oh, it's Elder Deep Fiend. Ah, I see. Okay. This is a good deck. A good deck we're playing against here. Sure. Well, not playing Sorin's kind of wrecking us a bit here. But I still think we'll be okay. I still think it was it struck me as a negative EV play at the time, but I think it would have won us the game. Maybe it's not. Then again, that will win us the game anyway. Eldritch combat swing with everything, I guess. Fortune's Favour, sure. It's nice to see more of his deck at least. Let's give him all the cards that do nothing now. At this point, I'm just clicking buttons, let's be honest. Spontaneous mutation into the reveal. Yeah, he took the one that mattered. Strafe. I still don't know what that means. It doesn't save him, but you know. So, Drag Under, Fortune's Favour, they are irrelevant. Dual Shot is very relevant. Borrowed Hostility, we didn't see anything else that punish 1 toughness creatures. Elder Deep Fiends, something to keep in mind. I do think we play it second turn aside, I think. Merciless Resolve, we can get rid of some of these killing, but I assume the turn aside's in for that reason anyway. I think I do want to cut Tattered Haunter, especially on the draw. Just playing Pyre Hounds and things to pump them. Maybe we want something big like a Rotten Hot Ghoul instead of a turn aside. I mean, the plan on the draw is to be less aggressive, I assume. But 1 Tattered Haunter seems okay here. I mean, we have to do 20 damage to him. Tattered Haunter will probably get quite a few through. Indulgent Aristocrats, maybe not the greatest play either on the draw. I mean, giving 2 1 toughness creatures is just bad. We need to be careful when we play the Liliana's Elites. I kind of want the Rotten Hot Ghoul here. No, he's in blue, he's got discard. He's got potential discard value from blue-red as well, though. Some of it's not quite as exciting as I think. Let's just play Dusk Feaster. Dusk Feaster's a big old bro. Let's cut the Indulgent Aristocrat. Okay, let's 2 turn asides, probably pushing it though. But 1 was definitely good to have up. He's got Borrowed Hostility and stuff like Fortune's Favour you could be leaving up as well, so it's not quite as strong as I was. It's not quite. It's definitely not a counter spell in this match at all. Whereas against some blue-red decks, loaded with removal, it just basically reads counter target spell. But there was a Spreading Flames in Hero's Wrath. Sorry, I don't know where I've gotten Hero's Wrath from my mind. There was a Spreading Flame in the draft, which would be pretty good to counter. I don't want the Fortune's Favour because we've got enough card draw with the Journal. We might just play. We could just play a vanilla 2/4. I don't want both Tattered Haunters at all. Okay, I might just put the Indulgent Aristocrat back in. Basically run it the same, cutting 1 Haunter for a Feaster. I think that's okay. The Haunter still has the added value of boosting the Liliana's Elites as long as we're quite careful when we play it more. Okay, let's see if opponent mulls to 4 again and we can have a proper game. He's got a pretty sweet deck. The other Deep Fiend tips it over the top as well. I couldn't stop opening Elder Deep Fiends at first, but now they've dried up. This is about as good a hand as we could hope for, let's be honest. The Hidden Sorin might come in here. So we just want to hit lands. Lands. Deadweight doesn't seem great in this matchup. There doesn't seem too many things we can kill. I mean, it doesn't kill a Pyre Hound, for instance. Abundant Maul's not a terrible draw, which is a weird thing to say about an 8-drop on turn 1. Sanguinary Mage, sure. Yeah, Deadweight not looking great here at all. That's a decent draw. Means we can play our Laboratory Brute into Abundant Maw, which should make our Liliana's Elite positively giant. Unsubstantiated and Ruthless Disposal, yeah, not terrible things to get rid of. I don't think either of them are great for us here. We're definitely going to block the Sanguinary Mage here. I need 2 Prowess triggers. Oh, he's missed his land drop. I mean, I could just Drag Under to get in a bit of damage, but I don't think I want to use Drag Under here. I'm just going to pass. If he's missing his land drops, I think we're in good enough shape already. I think I just want a Laboratory Brute. There we go. Opponent's hit his land. I mean, if you've got stuff like Pyre Hound, which is going to get activations, that's more what I'm interested in getting rid of. Also, if he uses Otherworldly Outburst here, he does not get the Eldrazi, even though it would kill the Wailing Ghoul. So I assume he's got something, but I can't think of 2 spells at instant speed here that don't kill the ghoul anyway, so prowess is somewhat irrelevant. Exultant Cultist. Sassay Fine. Let's get that Brute online. Next turn, let's Abundant More from something. Ew, well, we got Delirium for the old Feaster if we ever draw it. We have, on the other hand, gotten rid of Tamio's Journal, but it's not too important in this current board state, so opponent can actually get out another Deep Fiend here, which is kind of scary. I mean, Sorin can just kill the Elder Deep Fiend at the expense of Sorin, I suppose. Is opponent considering the Deep Fiend option here? Yeah, I'm going to go for a yes. Kind of want to deadweight the Cultist here. I mean, Brute attack just gets us nowhere really. Elder Deep Fiend can come out and eat it. I think I just want it Abundant More. I don't like doing this too much into open mana. Okay, I'm going to attack with the Brute first. If he Elder Deep Fiend, he Elder Deep Fiends, so be it. If he does not, and if he uses mana some way, we know the coast is clear to get the More online. I'm going to kill the 2/2. Fine, we're going to go for it. No counterspell one time, bro? Kind of a YOLO move here. Seems to have worked. Okay, well, we get to Sorin whatever he plays next turn, so things are looking pretty good. What's he got end of turn here? Catalogue? Oh, Nebelgath Herald. Okay, well, we'll just Sorin that. We've kind of benefited from opponent's slow draw. I think this is a somewhat bad matchup for us. Opponent's deck looks kind of good. It just has drawn quite badly, repeatedly. Drag Under. That's pretty good. So we take 4. Opponent gets his land drop. I assume we just kill the Herald here. With the old Sorin. We could also drag under on the Mage and kill the Herald. I think that's the worst thing ever. Let's see what opponent, I'll see what we draw even. Yeah, Island just makes me want to Sorin, I think. But then again, he has got something like Borrowed Hostility. So if I play Sorin, he Borrowed Hostilities, then Sorin dies. It's somewhat plausible for him to have Borrowed Hostility here. I think I'm going to drag under Deadweight. Sets him back a lot, and then if he just plays that next turn, we can just Sorin it. Yeah, drawing a land's kind of bad there. If he's got Otherworldly Outburst here, we get a little bit wrecked, but he does not. So we can go Sorin into the podcast more. Opponent's got 8 cards in hand. If he's hitting land drops, it's time to worry. If he's playing Conduit of Storms, it's not particularly time to worry. But we're in the same problem as before. But we have to kill the Conduit here. So let's just go for it. do feel we're slightly behind, despite having Sorin on the board. I assume this is going to die this turn. Play the Moor. The Moor is a big 6/4. The Grizzled Angler is probably our trump card in this matchup. So I want to assume Sorin dies some sort of trick here. At least it gets a trick out his hand. Yeah, there we go. Rush of Adrenaline. So, well, it's kind of... I just didn't want to... I mean, he had it, so I wanted to get the board free before playing Sorin. Then we can play stuff in front of it. But we need to play Sorin that turn to kill the 2/3 before it turns into something big. I'm going to play the Angler and the Observer here. Observer pecks in for 1 bit of damage eventually. Grizzled Angler turns into a 4/5. I think we just start making his team attack quite soon as well. Make him reduce to ashes it. We did draw rather well at first, but we have got somewhat flooded. 7 types in the graveyard is quite impressive though. I'm feeling pretty good about that. So our Emrakul's quite... Oh wait, no we don't. Emrakul for 6. I think it's the minimum you can get it for, right? Planeswalker, enchantment, sorcery, creature, land, artifact, other stuff. Wow, we just need a Tarfire. So opponent's thinking for a long period of time. He's got 5 spells in hand, which is worrying. I think we are somewhat behind here. I mean, what could we have done differently? The drag under... Yeah, if we hadn't done drag under Deadweight, we'd have just... well, we'd have had the same problem. It would have died to Sanguinary Mage. And we could have perhaps killed the Mage. No, because then if we kill the Mage, it still dies to the Herald, because we take 3 damage to kill the Mage. Well, we take 3 loyalty counters. I suppose we could have played Grizzled Angler before playing Sorin, but that just seems weak. Because any sort of removal gets us really on the back foot, and then we have to jam Sorin. It seems to be just one of those games where opponent drew quite well. Nah, he's got Elder Deepfiend. I'm relatively sure here. Let's play this pre-combat. See what happens. Let's peck him for 1. What's the worst that can happen? Although one feels an Elder Deepfiend's coming here. Fortune's Favour, is that what we're doing? Only we had a turn aside in hand here. Turn aside would just be great with Angler. Are we Fortune's Favouring? Let's have a look. Where are we going with this, bro? Should we get him again? Do we get him again? Mirror-Wing Dragon, Spontaneous Mutation. I mean, Mirror-Wing Dragons kind of can be taken care of with the Grizzled Angler. We just make it attack into us. Spontaneous Mutation's kind of good against us. I think we just show Mirror-Wing Dragon. His opponent's got a sick deck. Mirror-Wing Dragon of the Worldly Outburst is such a combo though. But I can't show him any... Like, if I show him Mutation land, he just takes Dragon. This way he doesn't get the land at least. If he takes Spontaneous, like, I don't think he ever takes the other pile. I don't think I ever I think he's going to take the face down pile whatever I do here if I don't show Mirror-Wing Dragon. So I think I'll try and get him like this, maybe. No, I can't do it. I have to show him Mutation this, just on the off chance that he doesn't take it. I think he just takes Mirror-Wing land though. I'm pretty sure he does in fact here. Fortune's Favour doing work when you've got good cards. Ooh, we took the Spontaneous Mutation. It worked. That being said, the mutation does kind of wreck us here. especially as reduced to ashes is somewhat likely here. So our win con's pecking away in the air for 1. We've got Dusk Feaster, which is a nice little win con as well. Other than that, we've got 2 Liliana's Elite, which are going to be huge. 2/2, 3/3, 4/4. Well, 4/4 is not huge. If he's going to reduce to ashes something as well, it doesn't really help. Our card drawing potential is limited. Maybe opponent times out. We've got to have a dream. Okay, we're doing this at the end step. I assume getting blown out with lightning axe or something, but oh no, we're not. Oh, welcome to the fold. Welcome to the folds. I've absolutely no use here. Yeah, these beautiful deadweight welcome to the fold effects aren't really premium in our deck, are they? I assume we're getting Elder Deep Fiended here. Gets rid of the Scourge. Oh, to leave it mutation, I see. He's got to tap down the team here, I assume. So we've nowhere ever getting any real value out of Welcome to the Fold, unfortunately, either. The best we can do this turn is make him attack, which I assume he would do anyway. He's been kind of racing me for make him attack, but he's got mutation in hand. It's a bad spot to be in. His deck is very good though, so sometimes, and our deck is quite lacking. So sometimes you just lose to good decks. Yeah, I'm gonna make him attack with everything. Nothing else to do, and it is probably positive for me if he's attacking with everything. Play something with 2 power, bro. Anything will do. Oh, nothing. Sure, let's attack with everything, I assume. I can't think what blows us out here. I'm sure there's something, but what are we going to do? Not attack with everything? Otherworldly Outburst on this guy. Sure. Don't know what's coming next, but I imagine it's quite bad. Oh god, is he sacking it to another Elder Deep Fiend? Drownyard Behemoth. Oh, that's kind of good. If your name's opponent. I mean, I don't know what the alternative is there, so this is still fine. Ooh, a greedy block. Very greedy block. I think you have to kill the Grizzled Angler here. And this works out well for me. Play a massive guy who's going to die. And it's welcome to the fold, an actual target. Okay, your turn, sir. I mean, I knew I had something there. But was I going to just not attack ever? He's got Spontaneous Mutation in hand. He's got big stuff. What's going to die here? Tormenting Voice? Okay. That's somewhat of a positive sign. Again, he has Spontaneous Mutation in hand, so we're not doing that well. He can always get rid of the Observer if it becomes a huge problem. We can make him attack with his 10-powered creatures. I'm sure he'd hate doing that. No? Oof, good draw, good draw. Strength. Doesn't know what it means. So let's tap down the bigger thing, I guess. He's got Spontaneous Mutation and 2 unknowns in hand. So let's just attack with these 2. I can assume the Liliana's Elite bites the dust here eventually. Yep, there we go. He takes 1. That's a -6. It's probably not going to get in anyway. So on his upkeep, I'm just going to make everything attack. Don't have to be what I'm doing on upkeep, but I am, and that's all there is to it. So he's got 2 unknown cards in hand. Opponent's swinging with everything this turn. We're not going to block. We know he's got the likes of Pyrehound and Borrowed Hostility in his deck. Opponent's reducing to ashes this, sure. So we're getting him for 6 at the moment. Getting him for 6, leaving back the Liliana's Elite to block, unless he's got another creature, Mercurial Geist. Okay. Well, that's not great. It's fair to say opponent draws quite well. And let's attack with everything though. Takes a fair bit of damage. Specifically 4. We don't lose anything. We're both top decking. We have lethal next turn if he doesn't top deck an answer. We block him with the Liliana's Elite. That takes care of a ground creature. Task 1, I suppose, is a good draw in the scheme of things. And we do not have lethal, what am I saying? Yes, of course, he doesn't have to attack this turn because he killed our thing. So we attack with everything, get through 1 damage. Doesn't seem worth it. Let's just pass. I don't think we've got any good attacks here. We could attack with the Observer to induce an attack with the Geists. So that doesn't seem too bad, actually. Hopefully he goes for it and we Spontaneous Mutation for some glorious win. Thermo Alchemist. Yeah, it's not too bad here. Okay, I'm going to start going for it with the Flyers. Pretty quick lethal. Two more turns. Pyrehound's not particularly relevant here. But I can't really attack with everything. Well, I just block it with a -7/7, so I'm okay with that. Indulgent Aristocrat, that is a good draw here. Sort of. It's not that good actually. We can just eat creatures that are going to die. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 attackers, and that's going to work. Let's attack in the air. Opponent goes down to 1 unless he's got removal. Does not have removal. Opponent is at 1, we're at 13. He's going to attack with everything. Thermo Alchemist, God, he's got a sweet deck. Dust Feast is kind of gas. Do we steal it? Well, he needs an instant kill spell. Oh, one click that costed me the game. What did you do? Well, we win. I want to know what opponent did though. What did you do, dude? I think we were very lucky to win that, incidentally. My celebration is muted by that. Opponent seems to have lost the game to a misclick. What did he do? I've got no idea what he did. I can't think of any misclicks that cost him the game here. Is he talking about the Fortune's Favour? That wasn't a misclick. He deliberately took the first pile. Interesting. Anyway, we're somehow into round 2. Again, somehow being the operative word. I shall see you there, friends.